Yeah, yeah. Since 2019, we've been building mindset and purpose for real estate agents, entrepreneurs, leaders, people becoming more than they were yesterday. Monday through Friday, we rise. We win the morning, we win the mind. Faith over fear, pressure into purpose, confidence built through the work. Something good is gonna happen to me. Something good is gonna happen to me. I don't need all the answers, I just need belief. Becoming who I'm called to be, making impact bigger than me. God first, doubt steps back. When it gets heavy, we figure it out. You're not here by accident. You're part of the story. Stepping strong, stepping faith. Let's get your mindset right. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Thursday. How are we? How we doing, guys? It's a beautiful good morning, Danny. Hello, hello. Brock, he's got his sunroof down. That's what I was doing. I had the top down in the convertible this morning. It was such a gorgeous morning. We had a beautiful sunrise here in Atlanta, and I know a lot of you are in the Carolinas and Nashville, so hopefully you guys are enjoying some of that amazing, amazing weather we're having. The humidity hasn't hit just yet, so it was perfect. My hair didn't get too messed up. But yeah, guys, beautiful morning. Such an amazing morning. I'm so glad to see so many of you on here. I know we're still having some people join, but how we doing? How is the week going so far, guys? Feeling good? Feeling good? Michelle put top of the morning to y'all on. It's raining in DFW. That is no fun. But you know what? We have to have the rain in order for everything to grow, right? Right? Yes. So we need the rain. As much as I don't like gloomy, we have to have it, unfortunately. But happy Thursday, y'all. I am so happy you guys are all on and just blessed for today. It was just a gorgeous morning. I needed a good sunset or sunrise, and I just needed that just good start to my day. Today was perfect this morning. Perfect. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Justine Derby, and I am a wife, I'm a mom, and I am a Metro Atlanta area realtor, and just sharing a little bit about life and how we kind of get through life, business, parenting. We talk a lot about all sorts of different things on just how we can kind of get through our days. And Brock has allowed me this space with you guys on Thursdays to kind of just pour into you guys and share with you guys and create that safe space for us to just talk about how we are all trying to level up wherever we are in our businesses or in our lives. And it's just been so amazing to be able to see so many of you truly go through that and actually see that physical transformation. And I've been so overjoyed to be able to actually meet a lot of you in person and to see that in real life. So it's been awesome. Brock, thank you for allowing me that space. And today I've been getting a ton of questions because I'm not the type of person that like super boasts about numbers and business and success and all these things, because I always kind of kept myself at a smaller level. I played smaller. I wasn't playing big. And last year I was like, nope, done with that. We're going to go higher level. I am going to surround myself with people that are doing things at a higher level. And it's truly pushed me to really jump into be that person I want to be, the person I always felt I could be. And I want to just talk to you guys about being in the rooms with those types of people. And it doesn't always have to be a physical room. It can be a virtual room, just like we're already in today. And those things and those people, they matter, right? Is, nobody is perfect. I think we can hold some people at such a high standard that we don't think that anything is wrong in their life, right? But at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all battling something in life. But surrounding yourselves with the people that you do admire, that do good business, that live a life that you either are striving to have or want to have, and it changes you. I've had so many people reaching out asking what I've been doing. And at the end of the day, yes, it's my hard work. I've always had the work ethic and the work grind, but it's truly been surrounding myself with people that were doing things at a much higher level than I was, and the people that were willing to share and pour into me, like this, guys. I mean, just like this virtual room that we have here today. So I really want to open that up, talk with you guys about that, answer any questions that you guys might have, because it's not necessarily a motivation problem. Energy feeds off of energy, and you can be motivated all that you want, but if you're not having the energy around you that gives you that same energy that you're wanting, you're going to stay small. I lived that for far too long. And if you're tired of being the smartest person in the room, you got to change something. If you're feeling you're not being stretched enough, something's got to change. Surround yourself with those people. And I promise you, people that are at a higher level than where you're at currently want to see you rise too. And they will most likely help you, be willing to help you, but you have to be willing to help yourself. So that's just kind of what I want to talk about today. And so I guess, let me ask you guys this in the chat. Put a 5 in the chat if within the last 3 months are you helping? Well, okay, let me question this the wrong way because I'm not asking y'all to unmute. Okay, put a 5 in the chat if you in the last 3 months are trying to motivate someone else to be better. Let's see it. Okay, so we asked for a 5 in the chat if you were trying to motivate somebody else to do and see better in themselves. So many of you guys. That is amazing, because it's such a trickle effect. Oh, that's so good. Yay, yay, yay. This is what I wanted to hear. This is amazing. Amanda says, humbling ourselves to learn and grow has been my biggest challenge. And Amanda, I will tell you right now that if you can't ask the questions, or if you can't go up to somebody and say, hey, I so appreciate everything that you're doing. I want to learn from you. I want to do everything that you're doing. Guys, you won't grow. You won't grow, because to that person, they're probably struggling with something. And you probably would completely change the trajectory of their day just by telling them that you're admiring them in that way, right? So we're all facing something, we're all challenging something. But the fact that I have so many 5s in this chat that you guys are looking to help other people, that is what this is all about. It is such a trickle effect. So that makes me super, super happy. So can I pick on a couple people, and I want to ask you what you're doing. Paul, I haven't heard from you. Paul, and I know you say that you're saving me some of your gruesome face in the mornings, but can I see you? Can you unmute? I want to see. Talk to me.
Always picking on the old guy.
Because I haven't seen your face in forever. You didn't come see me.
I'm doing you a favor.
No, you're not, but okay.
I just recently brought 2 people onto our team.
Amazing.
In Greenville that were doing okay, but both reached out to me, and we're just looking for that extra push, that extra support. And in the short 3 weeks that they've been with us, they are both thriving. So I not only attribute that to them reaching out, but to our great team leader and the camaraderie we all have. And everybody is just doing better together.
That is amazing, Paul. Congratulations. And it's such a good feeling. I had a meeting with somebody yesterday, and it's it's just such a good feeling when you're surrounding yourselves with other people that are so like-minded and want to number one, that are admiring what you're doing, and then that want to do what you're doing, and you all have that cohesive mindset of wanting to grow. There's nothing better than that. So amazing, Paul. Sarah, let me hear from you. Sarah McHugh. Can you unmute for me, Sarah? I think she might be trying to figure it out. Sarah on here? Okay, that's okay. We'll move on. Okay, so let me see. All right, my girl Mari's on here. Mari, let's hear it. What are you doing to pour into other people? I mean, I know, but let's hear from you.
You know what? I had a friend that went through a pretty rough divorce last year, and she went into a slump, but just helping to motivate her and build her business, and she's really taking off. So it's just exciting to see people succeed and cheering them on. It feels good. The energy thing is a real thing.
It really is. And it's amazing when, especially other women that are going through those hardships in their lives, it's hard, right? And that's probably a very big pivotal moment for her. Everything about her life is probably about to change. And the fact that she's still pouring into her business and thriving in it, I'm sure just gives her that much more confidence to grow and know what she's doing is the right thing. Sarah, I think we have you. Were you able to unmute?
Good morning. I didn't have my glasses on. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I couldn't find the button. Yes. First of all, I want to thank you for I love Thursdays when you come on. But we have a 20-year-old son that has just left for the Navy last Tuesday for boot camp, and there were some things that kept him basically in his room since graduation. And so it was just pouring into him to have positive self-talk and to believe in himself. And it was heartbreaking. And, you know, coming from a mom, I don't think he took it as if like when we do it for our peers.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's what my husband and I have been doing. I mean, I've done it with friends and other colleagues before, but this has been our main focus for a while.
Absolutely, as it should be. And Sarah, thank you so much for sharing that. I know that probably wasn't very easy. You know, my son is entering those teenage years, and what I see and hear so much and so often is that these kids, there's so much pressure on them. They are constantly just comparing themselves, and it's so hard to navigate that. My 8-year-old daughter, same thing. And it's so hard to see our kids go through that because we know as parents how special they are, right?
Mhm.
And that comparison can really keep them down. So I really truly hope for your son that this will be an amazing opportunity for him. And I've heard amazing things from kids that go into that, and it just completely transforms them and it gives them the confidence. And it's hard and it's pushing them to do things that they probably never thought that they could do,
Mhm.
but they're doing it. And so prayers to you and your son, your husband, everybody, your family, because that's not an easy one.
Thank you.
But I truly hope he, you know, I could think a lot of it goes back to self-confidence too, right? And
100%.
yeah, and it's hard, right? It's that comparison game in these kids, it's awful, quite awful. And it really makes me sad to see so many kids who struggle with it. And me, I'm just like that pusher. Like, I don't understand why you can't just do it, right? But at some point in their life or some, you know, some moment where they're feeling that, I try to not overstep. I think I've shared with you guys that I'm helping my best friend out and her 3 children in a really hard time right now. And
Right.
we had a conversation and I said, you know, I want to pull this out of the kids. I want to talk with them, but I never want to overstep that, right? Like your mama bear and I will always
I'm a
respect
huge
that.
push through and overstep, but it's like someone like him and other people, they have gifts to give, and
They do. They do.
they're not giving it when they can't see
That's
that they're
right.
worthy. So
Seeing
anyway.
that they're worthy and seeing their worth. Oh, okay. I got chills now.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah, for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. it really makes a difference, guys, and pouring into our kids is so important. And they all go through the hard times, and it's how we have to try to navigate that with them as their parents, and maybe not even as their parents, but as somebody that's really important in their lives. So always keep up the good work with that. Our kids watch everything that we do, and hell, I'm not always perfect with my kids, trust me. But they look at everything that we do, and trying to push them to have that self-confidence is so important. I think especially in this day and age with all the comparison, all the social media, AI, Lord bless. Woo! So thank you so much for you guys for sharing with that. Let's pick on one more person, somebody that I haven't heard from. Who else could have gone on this chat? Let's see here. How about Mr. Tony? Tony, will you unmute for me and tell me what you're doing to pour into some other people right now?
Yes, absolutely. Good morning, everyone. And so my my brother-in-law, he's 25 years old right now, so he's not a teenager. And he's one from out of three, one from four siblings, those three daughters. I'm obviously married to his sister, and so I've always been like a big brother to him, right? He always comes to me for like advice and help, and more help than advice, really. It's sort of when he's stuck, and I usually help him out. It's nothing too crazy, right? But I've always been picking up the pieces because, again, just acting like being like a big brother to him. And, I love my family, my in-laws. My father-in-law passed away last year. And so all his sisters are married except for him, and he's at home with his mom. And so, we're thinking that, he might man up a little bit and start taking more responsibility for things. So he's been my project lately. We're always at their house. We're always talking to him, chatting with him, seeing how kind of help him, pay some bills, save. He's a young man, very talented. There's nothing wrong with him. It's just never really had a good relationship with his dad, I guess.
Yeah.
God rest my father-in-law's soul. But that's really what it is. That's the biggest project we have right now. My wife and I is just going almost daily to my in-laws' house and kind of making sure that he's straight and not doing the wrong things. And, kind of takes a toll on you because this is a 25-year-old, number one, right?
Yeah.
But number two, that's family too. And it's important to my wife. So it's important to me as well.
Well, I love the fact that you're doing that for him, Tony, because he needs that. And I'm so sorry to hear about your father-in-law. And it is those generational, the generational trauma, if you will. And it's hard to navigate that. And hopefully he knows in his heart that his father probably always loved him, right? But now he has you to kind of look up to and help give him a little bit of guidance. So I think that's amazing that you guys are willing to do that. And it can be hard, right? And I have to have hard conversations with people all the time. Look, I'm going to be the bad guy, right? And I may be right or wrong, and you can be mad at me all you want. But in this moment, in this time, I feel like this is what you need to hear, and take it for what you want. It may be right, it may be wrong, but it's on my heart to tell you that. And I think that hits people a lot deeper than you think, because at the end of the day, people want to be seen, felt, and heard. Those three things. And if you can be that for somebody, if you can see them, feel them, and hear them, that's all anybody wants to hear. That's all they want, right? That's the only way you can connect with people. And to just, again, going back to Sarah's son, he probably just needs a way to be seen, felt, and heard, right? He probably, for some reason, didn't maybe get that at school or with his peers. And now he's going to have that opportunity because he's going to be forced to. He's going to be forced to in that environment. So it all goes back to who you're pouring yourself into, who you're surrounding yourself with, what type of rooms are you putting yourself in to become better. I know so many of you that I have been able to meet. We've all done that together. I mean, I've witnessed that and felt that in 2 different times in the past year. And I can't wait to hopefully have a third time. Brock, November, right? Success Summit, November. Yeah. So I love that. I love that, guys. Well, at the end of the day, again, in order to grow, it is about being in those rooms, being surrounded by those people that you do admire, and not being afraid to put yourself out there. I think a lot of them, a lot of people will stay small because they're scared. And I for one, was there. I still am there. I am scared. What holds me back is I'm scared at the end of the day. Not thinking I'm worthy or, whatever that may be. But every single time that I push myself out of that comfort zone, I've ended up so much better than I ever thought it could be. So I really hope that you guys see that and won't be afraid to enter that room or ask that question or reach out to that person, because people at the end of the day will want to see you succeed. It's such, I mean, all of you that put a 5 in the chat, you're already helping somebody else. You already have a small taste of what that feels like, and continue doing that in all facets, and it will just always come back to you. Having that, it's also kind of like a safety net, right? So staying in that safety zone, it's easy. It's easy because it feels safe and it's not scary, right? Fran, thank you for putting a 5 in the chat. Heather, thank you guys. It's awesome. Love pouring into other people. So if I were to ask you guys, put in the chat, if there was a couple of things that you were choosing right now to stay small, to stay safe, that safe feeling. But I want to see what you guys are working in right now, but it's just making you feel safe, but you want to maybe pivot out of that. How can we maybe help through that? Is there anything that you guys feel like you guys are doing that you're doing it because it's safe? It's just the same repetitive over and over and over again. Somebody want to be vulnerable enough to share and see how we can maybe push you through that? Come on now. Somebody give me something. I'll pick on y'all. Don't make me do it. Heather's got a smirk on her face. I'm picking on Heather. Yep, I'm doing it.
Girl, I love you.
I love you too. I see it. I see it.
What a great show this morning. When you're pouring into other people, let me ask you this. When you're pouring into other people, I guess I can ask anybody on here, don't you just like you walk away and then something happens, right? Like God blesses you in some way and we don't ask for it. It's just how we know that he's out there working in us. And it's just a natural thing we're doing, right? Like
Absolutely.
Jackie and I live next door to each other and I absolutely love it.
Oh,
And her middle son and my grandson have become like thick as thieves and it's adorable. And they come over here and they play together and then they'll leave. I'll see them toddling over to Jackie's house and Finn will be gone for a couple hours. And it just reminded me when I was pulling away yesterday watching that happen when I was a young mom, like all the encouragement that was poured into me when I was a young single mom with 4 kids for quite a few years.
wow.
And all the love that was poured into me from other moms and people and just that carries through. I mean, here I am, my
It
kids
does.
are 19 to 31, right?
Right.
And all I keep thinking about is how can I pour love into another young mom? How can I pour love into another young family? And then it just relays more into your business and into your life. And when it becomes a part of who you are, pouring into other people, you get poured into.
You do. It comes back to
And
you tenfold.
it
It,
does.
it
And
really does.
God is just waiting to bless all of us. But we really need to lean into and listen to him. And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm just waiting for this blessing." And that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You got to lean in, you got to listen to him, you got to go and encourage the people and help the people that he's leaning you to. And then you got to lean in and you got to listen to people, sometimes people that pull you way out of your comfort zone or people that tell you that 50 is just a number, Heather, it's no big deal. Start all the way over.
Yeah. Just a number. We're just going to go with it. We're just going to run with it.
This morning's show is great. I just love being on here with all of you. It is very elevating when I get off the shows every morning and I'm listening to people who are just on a whole other level, a place that, I aspire to be, and I watch them do it in the middle of raising families and taking care of other people. And I just love all these faces on here.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Heather. And what a joy to be Jackie's neighbor. I mean, I'm a little jealous. Oh, I want to come hang out. I want to come hang out.
We live in the cul-de-sac, which is even better. So
Oh,
come on down to our
oh,
sack.
I love it. That's even better. I just did a listing video for a house that was in the cul-de-sac, and I actually brought my kids into it and pulling on that emotion of these are the memories, like these small little moments are those memories that you're creating every single day, right? And so, oh, I love it. Oh, I don't live in a neighborhood. I get kicked out in 2 seconds. My daughter hops out of the car, just just jetted to next to the neighbor, and I'm like, oh my god, we've never lived in a neighborhood. They don't know what it feels like to like have other people right there. So yeah, we would get kicked out in 2 seconds. But I do sometimes think to myself, should I have raised my kids around a lot more other kids? But I just throw them outside with the chickens, and they're fine. They're fine. But they're good kids.
To be fair, that's actually what Jackie and I want to do. We all
Yeah.
want a big compound.
Yes, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Well, we are quickly running out of time, and I just want to Brock, and we'll bring in Brock because I never let him have 2 words anymore. It just keeps going. But I really want you guys to work on having having the control and not fearing reaching out and getting yourselves in those rooms, guys. You guys show up here. A lot of you are on here daily, and I'm not even able to get on here daily. The fact that you guys are starting your day out like this and surrounding yourself with like-minded people who want to grow and who want to pour into you, do that in other facets. If you're wanting to grow your business in another way, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help, because I, for one, have learned so much this year about myself and realizing that not everybody out there is out there to get you. And that's been a hard lesson. Hi, buddy. Jackie's little son, so cute. But that's been a hard lesson for me to learn, is to bring my own guard down a little bit, and allow people in my life and allow them to help me when I need it. So I hope that helps you guys today. And Brock, do you have anything you want to say today? I haven't let you talk. I haven't brought you in at all. I feel bad.
No, it's perfectly fine. I talk plenty of times. So I was listening to everybody this morning, and the first thing I thought of is when you're asking, like, how do we help other people? I immediately thought of Jim Rohn, and Christian listened to Jim Rohn many, many times. And the first thing I thought of is that people work harder on their jobs than on themselves.
Mhm.
In a very indirect way, all that you can help other people. Like, there's this guy here, Danny. I literally just met him yesterday, and I see him on here this morning. I see a couple people that I just met the other day, and I think I feel very strongly that it starts with working literally. If you want to go and help more people, because y'all put fives in here, and how you help other people is by putting the best version of yourself on the table every freaking day. That you don't sell yourself short, that you and you stay with the saying, you know what, I gave my freaking all today. I did everything I
Right.
possibly can, because somebody's watching you. Somebody is looking at you in some capacity. You might not think it, you might not see it, you might not feel it, you might not be thinking, like I tell it to you all the time, Justine. Be like,
Yep.
Justine, do you understand that by you just doing this, people are watching you? And you'd be always to me, you'd be like, well, Brock, I just being me, I'm just doing. No, being you is showing up and doing your video content every single day in your gift that God gave you. John Root and what he does, and what a Heather does, and what a John Hart does, and what a Christian does, and a Belinda, and a James, and a Paul. You all have a gift.
Yep.
And if you want to help somebody more at another level, you keep pouring into yourself, and you go help somebody else by helping you, being like, I'm here today and I'm going to give everything I got. I'm
Yeah.
going to share, I'm going to grow, and I'm going to be consistent, because like you said, Justine, motivation only lasts so long. It's the discipline that you have to get your tail out of bed, The discipline you have that what do you do at 8:45, Fran? As soon as this call's done, what am I doing? Does my day go sideways or do I got a plan? And if I continue to have a plan, do other people see me doing my plan and be like, man, that person's always doing this at this time and showing up and doing this? So I say this in conclusion, Justine, that if you want to help more people, you work on yourself every freaking day, and somebody will recognize that, and you will help somebody out that you don't even know what you're doing.
People don't even know.
And
Yep, that's right.
exactly. So
And
that's
the
my 2
people,
cents.
yep, I so agree with that, Brock. We talk a lot about that ourselves, and you've got to be able to pour into yourself, and until you can pour into other people too. And I think we all struggle with that. Nobody's ever going to feel like they got all their shit together because, well, if we're being real, nobody does. I mean, we are consistently always having to work on something in our life, but it's showing up. It's being a little vulnerable. It's sharing your wins, but also sharing where you failed and where you're working towards. And it truly does go back to just being that consistent, showing up where you want to show up in your life and making those hard decisions sometimes. Not everybody is always meant to be in your lane anymore. That's probably one of the hardest lessons I've had in growth this year too, is not everybody wants to see you succeed, but the people that do want to see you succeed are going to sit there and they are going to help you get there, and they're going to motivate you and they're going to cheer you on along the way. We can sit here and talk about this all day long. Maybe we'll have another session about it. But I thank you guys all so much for all those fives in the chat. Just make it all worth it, because I see so many of you pouring into other people, whether you realize it or not. Even if you didn't put a 5 in that chat, you're impacting somebody in some way in a positive light just by doing what you're doing. You're already doing the hard work by being on this call because you want to do better. So, my 2 cents. I love you guys all so much. Have an amazing Thursday. Go outside and soak up some sunshine, and I will see y'all next week.
Well, hey, see you guys at 10. Whoever's coming to my power players, gonna be talking about Claude. Bye.
Bye.